Why does Nintendo use cartridge instead of CDs? Because we have two big Nintendo incentives coming up. One of them being buy two, get one free for NES, SNES, and N64 games. We started asking, why does Nintendo almost always use cartridges? The short answer is that cartridges are amazing. They have direct contact with the console's hardware, which allows them to be blazing fast with almost zero loading times and allows the console to give the cartridge life. Let me give you some examples. For some games, like The Legend of Zelda, they included a clock powered by a battery inside the cartridge itself that allows you to save your game on the cartridge. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance had some cartridges that added little extra things like a little extra RAM or a clock, but some cartridges had rumble packs, gyroscopes, and infamously a camera. SNES games like Star Fox or Yoshi's Island allowed the console to render simple 3D graphics. I imagine now you love these bulky items as much as we do, but you may be wondering, why does everybody else use CDs now? You're still watching? You should consider giving us a follow. Well, the short answer is mostly cost. You're already listening to music on CDs and movies on DVD. Consoles adding support for them let us save money on buying a dedicated player. And discs could store more information for lower cost. This is at a cost of loading times, because the consoles had to physically find the information on the disc and then load it into the console. Although most of the Nintendo cartridges since the DS are mostly flash-based rather than ROM. This means it's kind of just a faster version than a disc, typically not adding anything new like the Game Boy NES consoles did. But Pokemon Black and White and the sequels included infrared sensors, which is kind of cool. But what about GameCube, Wii, and the forgotten cousin, the Wii U? Well,